And we're going to start our session now. So gently close your eyes and let your whole body weight go down and focus your mind to this bell sound. So while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. Just let everything to settle down as it is. Do nothing extra. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, today in this session, we're going to practice mainly our samatha meditation and vipassana meditation. So, in samatha mental culture or samatha meditation or tranquility meditation or chitta bhavana or one pointness of your mind, we develop undisturbed mental awareness. So when it comes to that, in the beginning we give primary mental object to your mind to stay with it. So then what you have to do in the beginning, let go everything behind you and just keep your attention to the inhalation, exhalation in front of your nose and your upper lip area. So that is kind of like a discipline that you develop yourself. And when you observe, you will recognize there is a sensation arise when the inhalation, exhalation happens. And slowly start to follow that sensation knowingly. This is inhalation, this is exhalation. So separately recognize in the beginning. And when the mind settle down with it little bit and follow the entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation, the whole process of the breathing or entire breath body. Breath body means one inhalation or exhalation from beginning to end. And be aware and be fully conscious and recognize that what you observe. In case sometimes if your mind go here and there, don't worry about it. Again and again bring your attention, because when your attention become loose, then the mind go here and there. So then you have to focus deeply and thoroughly. Don't worry about the mind, because the mind always follow, thoughts always follow your awareness. So then if your awareness keep properly towards the inhalation, exhalation, then the thoughts going to settle down with it. And while you're observing that way, you may experience some inhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold, like that. Just recognize it. And sometimes you may not going to see any sensation. So that is where you have to learn to be patient and learn to wait and observe without doing, making anything happen or dreaming or creating through mind, just learn to wait. That is a skill. It develops deeply your awareness. So once you start to wait, and then at the same time let everything to settle down. Don't disturb to anything or don't interfere with anything. Don't have comments or don't try to to make anything happen the way you want. And while you're observing that way, you will recognize how the inhalation exhalation happen itself, and then follow that pattern. And once the mind settle down to certain level, from there slowly you start to go to vipassana meditation. So in the vipassana meditation, the main difference is you deeply, thoroughly observe the very nature of the inhalation, exhalation rather than going towards the details. So the very nature of the inhalation, exhalation, impermanent, unsatisfactory nature, and selflessness. So now, even though you know this as a information, don't look this information in that inhalation or exhalation. What you have to do with very clear mind and observe and see what you experience, because this is dharma. You no need to prepare yourself, and with this idea you should not observe where I can see impermanent. No, because then what happening, you see your own mind, you creating something. No, you have to be completely free. Practice point of view, we give these details because otherwise sometimes you have kind of like a wander mind, or you just go to road without a destination. You just go to, you launch the ship or the boat without a destination. Then the ocean, anywhere you can go until even many years you can go here and there. So like that, when you start to see with the very clear mind your inhalation, exhalation, look yourself what you can experience. And through that experience, recognize. If that recognition is that similar with the impermanent, unsatisfactory nature, selflessness, then you can deeply, thoroughly go with it, deeply, thoroughly observe with it. If there's something else, then you have to look very carefully and see what it is. Because you no need to follow this information as it is. You have total freedom. And keep the clarity in your mind. Don't bring any information when it comes to vipassana. With very clear mind, keep the newness and observe and experience. And at the same time, within the inhalation, exhalation, and out of that inhalation, exhalation, there is a sensation arise, or the feelings arise, or the recognition arise, or the awareness or the consciousness arise, mental formations arise. That everything has the same nature, impermanent, unsatisfactory nature, selflessness. At least try to experience how this impermanent happen. You no need to experience this all the details, but somewhere try to catch something and see. So inhalation, exhalation, itself selfless, and your experience itself selfless. And moment by moment, this process and show you how things change. So keep the awareness and be very clear. Always, if your mind go here and there and again, remember to be fresh yourself and keep the newness. Okay, so let's practice a little bit. And keep your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line and be comfortable with your posture. And bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes 3 times yourself and say Supatveva or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment, with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also, think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation, and from there, observe the impermanent, unsatisfactory nature and selflessness within all the perceptions that you gain. And bring your attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area. Deeply and gently breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And follow the awareness and follow the sensation and be aware. This is inhalation, this is exhalation. Separately recognize inhalation, exhalation itself. And follow the entire continuation of the inhalation and exhalation. And also, you may experience some inhalation, exhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. Just recognize it. Bring your attention to the impermanent, unsatisfactory nature, selflessness within inhalation, exhalation, and recognize. Bring your attention to your body and observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as we can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this with clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one, out of anger or ill will, wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward, and visualize yourself and send it as a light to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun. Spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance, or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion. From the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, when you practice meditation, and that practice itself teach you many things. So recognizing that itself is become a kind of a wisdom for your conventional life. And the conventional wisdom always show you the direction to the eternal wisdom. You have to remember that. Your conventional wisdom always lead you to take you to show you towards the eternal wisdom. So if you separate from the conventional wisdom, you're not going to find your eternal wisdom. So then in the beginning, you have to have a kind of mind to accept this environment, this situation, this moment, this life as it is. It is a strength yourself. But if you reject this, who you are, what you are, where you are, if you reject that, that rejection itself create a kind of like a resistance inside you. That resistance itself create a kind of like a fear. And the resistance itself create a kind of like anger. So once the anger is there, the fear arise, losing. The fear can happen because of many reasons. Losing our positions, criticism, failing, and that not acceptance, many things. But the mostly that happen when we not accepting the this present moment as it is. So then always remember the very first step that you have to take to when you look for the spiritual development. Accept this situation, this environment, the what you go through. Accept it. Don't try to escape from it. Don't try to resist it. Don't try to hate it. Because that acceptance itself make you kind of like a mentally matured. That mental maturity is a kind of itself called vipassana, that the meditation. Development of your mind. So when it comes to that, in day-to-day life, sometimes we learn things from the culture, tradition, books, from our ancestors. And sometimes we have to go through self-experience also, because we have a certain kind of understanding that we have to accept it. That you always no need to school yourself. So there is a wisdom that come through you too. So as example, little child and never experienced the hot, never experienced the hot, and no one tells that something is hot. So this child go and touch it, and then that child not going to hold that, and keep it in the hand, or not going to hug it. Just by touching it, that itself, no one need to tell what happening. Naturally the child start to detach from it. So are you thinking about, are you allow your children or even yourself, are you allowing yourself to have something, experience something like that? Why you always try to teach, and why you always try to learn something? Because that is where you missing your real clear perception, pure perception. So through meditation, what happening? You develop your mind to a certain level to experience that. And we come to a position, and we come to a kind of like a certain practice method, and then you feel more comfortable to let go this everything and experience that what clearly happening within you, that what you experience in meditation, the exactly same thing you can experience 24/7 in day-to-day life. Is it possible for you? Why you need to come to the posture? And this is a kind of like a practice. It's like you learn to drive with the elbow and with the inspector, and there is a moment come, you have to the meditation should be your life. And then there is then no need another special moment for you to sit and practice meditation. Why? Because the life itself meditation. What is the nature of that life? So that life is that you come to the pure perception, clear comprehension. Why? Because the contact itself bringing you the wisdom, like the child and the touching. This is, remember, it's kind of like this is very hot, and then when the child touch it itself, not going to hold, oh, it is hot like that. It's get out of it. Not only that, in case if you try to touch it, and sometimes they tell, mama, dada, don't touch it, it is hot. See, from where they learn? Through self-experience. Everything we cannot learn like that way, but there is something, there is an ability that within yourself you can do it. But the thing is this, we like to experience everything, and we like to attain to nibbana, and we like to gain all the wisdom, the universal awareness or the consciousness. We like to experience that everything to the highest, but we don't want to develop our mind to the maximum level itself. We like to get the help. That's how we are. We like to get the help. It's not like that. It's kind of like mostly in our life, we like the honey, but we afraid for bees. Zzz, when you see or hear, you run away, but you like the honey. That's how who we are. We cannot practice meditation a little bit, and even we cannot put the awareness, and we cannot let go things, but still we like to experience that all the wisdom. We like to experience the, the clarity. It cannot happen. Why? Because it should come within you. It's kind of like, when you put the bucket onto the well, what that the whatever inside it, that the bucket has capacity to bring it. That's it. The bucket doesn't, cannot go inside the well and look for the water or the mud or the sand or dirt, or no, bucket cannot do that. So whatever inside the well going to come with the bucket. So same thing. What you practice going to be with you. That's it. If you don't practice it is nothing to do with the Buddha, it's nothing to do with the sutras, it's nothing to do with the monks, it's nothing to do with the meditation technique, or not like that. In the beginning, the very first rule you have to remember, what you practice inside, it going to come with you. So then yourself bring the clear attention, bring the clarity to yourself to look what you really want, and then spend a little bit time and kind of like make it your life. You do other things, you experience more than me regarding the ordinary lifestyle. You done a lot of things so far in your life, but you know yourself that everything, it's like a dream, it's go away, it's go away. But that doesn't mean you should not do it, but you have to do it. But remember, don't be crazy to do that things too much. You do if you can, you do. If you cannot, you can't do. Just let it be. Make it simple. If you can, you do it. If you cannot, you accept that you cannot do it. You don't struggle with it. But mainly look inside you and the condition of your mind, and purify yourself, clean yourself, try to empty your mind little by little, little by little. That will help for you. When you go to end of the day, when you go to sleep and close your eyes, that will help for you. When you wake up next day, that will help for you. So how you nourish your heart, how you nourish your mind, how you nourish your life. So then the meditation is something that for that, then from the very important thing in the beginning, the faith, conviction, shraddha, confident. How much you have the confidence or the conviction, the faith towards your practice, and knowingly where I take you and what you really want. Because when you have the faith regarding something, or if you look for something, you exactly focus to that. And then you get it. That is not a magic. But it's ourselves, it is very difficult for us. And keep practice something, and especially mainly to become, listen this very carefully, to find out really what you want within inside you is the most difficult and hard thing. You start to write down what you really want, to keep write down, write down, write down, write down. And you will see. You write down, within 5 minutes, something else come, within 5 minutes, something else come. So like that, then you will see within 1 hour. In that 1 hour, how many times you change? It's like how many times people change their last will? How many times they change? So it's same thing like that in our life, that what we really want, how many times we change. Even there are certain things you reach to that, and then you come to a position, this is not for me. So like that. But when it comes to spiritual path, you cannot play games like that. Why? Because sometimes that what you select, can take you to kind of like a dark hole and you cannot find the exit anymore. So then you have to be very careful. And that's why you have to look, it is your own responsibility. Because once you find out that that is where the conviction or the faith or the the Shraddha, confidence going to be solid. That is very necessary. Remember, that is our kind of like a foundation. When you don't have it, you always get disappointed regarding your practice yourself or regarding others, even regarding the teachers or the situations like that. But once you come to the point really what you want, no matter whatever the situations happen, and you become more clear regarding the path that you have. The worst thing can happen to us is mostly we losing our faith regarding the desire that we go through, especially when it comes to spiritual fulfillment, the spiritual development. When you lose that, anything possible in life. I mean, in a kind of like a negative way. So then remember the very first thing, conviction, Shraddha, confident, look, your responsibility. Take it again and again, question it, analyze it yourself. Is this what I want? Is this what I want? And look from every angle and cut it to pieces, 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 and look. And then once you come to that, then you will see there are a lot of things and will come around you. And then naturally what is happening, you become disciplined. Then you no need to observe or the follow, or you no need to do anything. Naturally you become disciplined. Sila, percept the the rituals when it come to that the follow the precepts. You no need to kind of like the observing and hold it to that naturally. See, then it is become so easy for you because there is no effort to hold. You become naturally like that. That is where the mind become more free, more relaxed and comfortable. That is where the clarity going to happen inside you. There's no doubt in day-to-day life. That clarity will help you to go into deeper meditation. So to get into that, Shraddha, confident or the conviction or the faith, and the Sila, percept that the practicing precepts and ethics. And the other one is when you go in this path, that's yourself, you cannot go itself. That's why you hear like this and you look around. And when you look around, you see how other people go and what happened to them. And that's become a lesson for you. So then you have to have the open mind. With the egocentric mind, you cannot even conventionally become successful person. It is just not about even spiritually. See that even listening like this, and it is a great effort that you're doing yourself, because it is not easy, because your self-centered ideas always come against to your practice. When you try to listen to something, when you try to open to outside, it is not easy. So having an open mind is one of the best quality in this spiritual path that you can develop. So once you become naturally disciplined, what is happening? It reduces the self-centered mind and you become open person. So see, in the beginning now you find the purpose and you become more clear with it. And then on the top of that, you develop the discipline. And in that discipline, you become more comfortable with the path. And then from there, you start to look and how other people went and how other people gain it. And then you feel more that go towards the teachings, and you feel more trust and confident within yourself, and you start to see something new on the path. That's truth. And not only that, then you become more vulnerable, that you feel more bliss. Why? Because around you, how other people, how other the monks or the enlightened masters or the teachers, even the friends, even your husband, wife, children, how they help for you to walk in this path. That is where you become really generous. You start to think about others and releasing them from you and giving their own space. So when you come to that, then it becomes the tyaga, generosity. Why? Because you see the path, and now naturally you develop the discipline on it, and at the same time you see how the the teachings come from others without any self-centered mind, or without any boundaries, or without any hierarchy, and without any politics, without any culture bound ideas, without any religious bound ideas, without any hidden message on it, without trying to head massage, the pure clear wisdom or the dharma come to you. Then you become more vulnerable to the teachings, and that is where you become more generous. So this, when you walk in this path, so you have now clear vision, and that help you to have the faith, conviction, and the confident towards to go towards that. And at the same time you become disciplined, and on that discipline you become more alert and become open-minded, and in that open-minded you become generous. In these four qualities, when you develop, when you go with these four qualities, what happening? You recognize in this all the four qualities properly work for you to uplift your awareness. That is the wisdom. Then what is happening? You again and again keep repeating these four things, and in a certain level you able to perform this all the four things as one, and that become the fifth quality called panya, or the wisdom. And once you have that, forget about the sansara, forget about it, doesn't matter eons by eons you born, because you have the tools box, you know what to do. So you like for honey, you don't afraid for bees. That is where you can get it. That is where you can really taste what is honey. And that is where you can really know how to get it. Why? Because you don't afraid for the bees. And why? Because you know how to deal with it. So then remember yourself in day-to-day life, and you like something, and it's don't allow just it to become a dream. Be very clear. When you look for something, when you like something, when you want something, keep focus to that. Especially in the spiritual path. This is in this human life. Before you die, come to a point. In eons by eons, if we go in the samsaric journey, it doesn't matter. You master yourself how to get into the exactly clear point, really what you want. If it is your ultimate bliss of the Nibbana, keep it to that. If it is something else, keep it to that. If it is your choice, it is up to you. So once you come to that clarity, you will see your practice also become more sharp and clear. And that is where you have the confident, and that confident itself uplift your awareness to get into the pure perception. And that is where, without schooling yourself, you're able to experience what is this is. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabrogo vinasatu mate bhavattantarayo sukhi digayuko bhavat. Ettavata cha ammi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.